Corporación Universitaria de la Costa is a higher education institution located in Barranquilla, Colombia. Since its founding in 1970, it has been aware of its social responsibility to the Caribbean region and the country, so it has headed in the function of being part of the process of social transformation with a high sense of responsibility and ongoing work in search of the integral development of society in general. This institution has focused on improving communities and contributing to progressive social change in the quality of life of Colombians, using science, art, technology and culture, contributing to the region through numerous social projects developed by the faculties of engineering, architecture, law, psychology and economics. One of the fruits of this work of social projection is the cooperation agreement signed between our institution and the religious group Camillus, who have strengthened the tenacious work of Father Cyril Swine, a recognized Dutch leader who works non-profit for the benefit of the most vulnerable communities in the southwest of the city of Barranquilla. Among the projects within the framework of this agreement, and taking into account the lack of housing in low-income communities suffering the Caribbean region, is conducting a precast system for social housing, which awarded Yvonne Camargo with a house, an entrepreneur, mother and head of a household, who is responsible for 4 children and 3 orphan nephews, with whom she lived with in a precarious and inadequate state. Thanks to the self-construction in our institution, the active participation of the benefit families, students and teachers of the architecture faculty program today, the family of Yvonne is entitled to a home and a dignified life. Another process of helping the community at Corporación Universitaria de la Costa is done through its Center for Research in Environmental Technologies, with the aid of the Environmental Engineering program, made a diagnosis to determine what were the environmental project situation in schools, detecting the lack of teacher training in the subject, lack of community interest, and the environmental decontextualization of the projects were the main flaw in the development of PRAES of the city and the department. From the result, the CUC, with the approval of the Secretary of Education District, has been forming teachers and students of educational institutions in a free manner, through qualified environmental forums and diplomacies, bringing together more than 200 teachers from 60 educational institutions in the city of Barranquilla and the municipalities of Soledad and Malambo. Corporación Universitaria de la Costa has a social commitment to encourage access to higher education, so since its foundation has contributed educational assistance to the community in general, providing learning opportunities at no cost to the communities less fortunate all throughout their college life. One example is the special program Opción Atlántico, led by the rector of the institution, TITO JOSÉ CRISSIEN, in agreement with the governor's office. This project is targeted to the 22 municipalities of the department. Through it are given scholarships to less fortunate students to study careers. The goal is that these young leaders and entrepreneurs develop competitive business ideas, offering solutions to the problems in their respective municipalities to improve economic and social development and the eradication of poverty in our department. Currently, there are many of these dreams materialized in the municipalities of Tubará, Palmar de Varela, Juan de Acosta and Suan, among others. These are some of the many projects and grants that the institution brings to the community, contributing constantly and searching for strategies to identify problems and contribute to the solution of social facts, facilitating the process of research that fosters the improvement and transformation in quality of life of the inhabitants of the Caribbean region.